boy, big day at this trial. What's the significance here for Donald Trump with Michael Cohen on the stand?
Well, it's certainly a big day, and it's the one that so many people around the country and those around the world, for that matter, who've been watching this trial have waited for to hear from Michael Cohen. And at some level, he is a very central and important witness here. But at the same time, his presence is somewhat overrated, Todd, because this is really about documents that already establish what has happened or what didn't happen with regard to the payments and the repayments. Michael Cohen's presence here is to pretty much just sort of corroborate and additionally support the existence of these documents. So in that regard, it's really important. And you're right, the defense attorneys are going to try to rip him to shreds. One of the problems they're going to face, however, is that Michael Cohen has already been convicted. He's already pled guilty. He's already gone to jail and done all of the time he was sentenced for. So it's not like the defense can make the case that he's going to come on the stand now and lie to try to get a better deal from the government because he's already paid his debt. So it's going to be very interesting as we unroll all of this. And I think that this is the end of the prosecutor's case, and then we move forward with the defense case to the extent that they want to put one on.
Yeah, we're just, starting to get the beginnings of the contours of Michael Cohen, but basically saying, that he was single-minded in his devotion to Trump to try and find any bad news stories that might hurt Trump's campaign, make sure those stories never saw the light of day. And all of this is part, of course, the prosecution, Michael, who's basically saying, look, this was a criminal conspiracy here that was going on. Michael Cohen was part of it. Donald Trump was part of it. Some other players as well, trying to make sure that nothing would derail his shot at the White House. And we know that money to Stormy Daniels was paid in the last couple of days before that vote in November.
So that's actually the key point here. For the longest time, people have called this a hush money trial, and I push back against that because I really think it's about election interference, and that's the key point. The Donald Trump paid this money through a conduit, through an indirect person, because he didn't want to trace to him and because he wanted to make sure there was a lid on this news, because if it had come out right before the election, Todd, there's no way he would have won in 2016. So this, for me, is really all about election interference and the campaign finance rules around it. And in that regard, Michael Cohen, along with David Pecker, who worked together to help on this catch and kill scheme, capturing these unflattering stories and making sure they never saw the light of day, have a lot to answer for.
Michael Cohen is a risky witness, though, isn't he, for a number of reasons, given, as I mentioned, Michael, before, all the different legal troubles he had and lying to Congress and whatnot.
In addition to all that, Todd, he is a uniquely unlikable person. And if you listen to some of the previous testimony, I'm thinking primarily about Hope Hicks, Michael Cohen appears to be somebody who really wanted to be seen as a big boy, so to speak. And as a result, he threw his weight around in ways that were in service to Donald Trump, but rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And all of that is going to come out in the trial. But again, he has already done his time for his crimes. And I think that may weigh well with the jury, because it's not like they can make the case he's lying here to get a better deal from the government.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Cohen, we see him there. All right, Michael Fauntroy joining us with George Mason University with his take. We'll talk again soon. Michael, thanks for this, though, today.